Well, good evening and welcome to My Psychic Connection. I'm your host, Journey Ryan. It is Wednesday, guys. That means we are here with who? Emma Rose. Hey, Emma, how are ya?
I'm good. How are you, Journey?
I'm doing wonderful, guys. I see everybody starting to walk through the door here. So, guys, don't forget how we do things here. Don't forget, tonight we also have a show with Gifts of Faith. That will be our last late night show. That show, we'll still have our 10 o'clock show, which the show we're on today, and the show that we have 5 nights a week. We just won't have a show after this one. So, tonight is the last one. So you guys want to see Faith as well, you can. She'll be on after the show. All right, guys, this is how things work. We got 3 ways of getting readings. The first one is a free reading. All you got to do is say hi to get on the list. So you're automatically put on the list as soon as you say hi. Please hold your questions until we call out your name. We're going to call out 2 names. The first name's going to need to put their question. The second one needs to get their question ready. After that, we'll go down and we'll keep doing that. Now, if you guys donate, you guys will get ahead of the list of everyone else in line. And that way we can take your question first since you did donate. Now, when you are on the 2-minute, on the free, it's 2 minutes long. After the 2 minutes, you'll hear, that means your reading is over and that we will be moving on to the next person. All right. And if you're on the 5-minute reading, which is the first donation, 5-minute read, that does not include mediumship, guys. You got to go to the full mini read to get a mediumship. But in the 4th minute of that reading, you'll hear, and then when we're done, it'll go to the bell and the reading will be over. Now, if you want to get a mini read or a mediumship, you must go to the full mini read / mediumship donation area and donate to that. That will get you a unlimited read. Like basically however long it takes to get the message out is how long it takes. So guys, remember, we are here ready to rock and roll and ready to have fun. Remember, $1 of each of those donations are going to go to our charity of the month, which is Toys for Tots. And guys, so far we're up to $124. So we're looking forward to getting some more money for them. And guys, we did donate to St. Jude Children's Hospital, Salvation Army Turkey Drive. This month is Toys for Tots, so we can give them the money for December. And then next month, I think it's breast cancer awareness. So, but I'll have to repeat myself on that when we get to it. But definitely looking forward to talking to all you guys here. I'm sure Emma's ready to read for you guys. So
I'm ready.
Let's go ahead and take a look over at the donation list before we go any further, and then I'll start calling out some names. And if you have donated, your name will be called out. So let's take a look over here and see what's going on. All right. Nothing just yet on that, but the night just started. So let's get this show on the road. All right, Kira C, get your question to us. You're on the list. And Hope Wells, get your question ready. You're on the list. So, Kira, throw us your question. You are first. Remember, guys, the free reads are 2 minutes long. Make sure you ask your question. Do not ask a general medical general reads that tend to take a lot longer and need to be answered on the website. And you're not going to go to the doctor to get a psychic read, so don't come to us to get a medical read. It does make it does make it a lot difficult. We don't have the technology that they do in order to really get down and dirty when it comes to medical. All right, Kira says, am I on the right path?
Well, Kara, I want to at least say I don't know you, but I'm very, very proud of you. You've overcome, excuse me, a lot of things in your life that many people cannot overcome. I feel like you've endured some childhood trauma that affects you subconsciously, or you've been through some sort of bullying or gossiping, or you've been a victim of something. And to say the least, you are very resilient. So yes, I definitely believe you're on the right path. And you're doing a phenomenal job on keeping your head up. I know it's very cliche. So if anything, I should be saying you're doing a phenomenal job at holding your willpower and doing the best you can every single day. And you've definitely found your way. So yes, you're on the right path because you're finding your own way to cope with your own struggles, even eustress, which is for example, partying or laughing or having a great time in a hectic environment. That's eustress because it's like the rise and the fall, of woohoo, so much excitement, and then you plummet, and then it's like, ugh, where, so it's like, you've been working really hard to get through a lot of things, and to say the very least,
That all my life, and yes,
childhood trauma is extremely hard to cope with. You are a diamond in the rough when it comes to stuff like that, rarer than a diamond in the rough, because most people that endure that stuff, unfortunately, don't last and live the life that they're deserving of. It's kind of like from the song I Won't Give Up, like, you see that the stars they burn, some even fall to the earth. Well, guess what? You're not a part of any of that. You're the one that says we have a lot to learn and I know I'm worth it. So definitely listen to that song. It's by Jason Mars. So you have a lot to be grateful for, and you really need to celebrate. Please celebrate your own victory. Because for you, even if it's just rolling out of bed one day, it's something to celebrate. Get some balloons from the Dollar Tree and dance around your room to your favorite songs. Please, you deserve it.
All right, guys. Thank you, Kira. Thank you for that question. We appreciate you. All right, let's keep it going, guys. And we got a donation, so let's go ahead and have Linda D. Linda, go ahead and throw us your question. You have donated for a full mini reading or a mediumship, so go ahead and throw us your question. You are next.
Thank you for donating, Linda.
And Kira said, thank you.
Sure thing.
All right. Linda says, my grandson, Ryan, and his friend Randall, neither one of them will respond to me. What the hell is the problem now? So frustrating. I never thought Randall would not respond.
I feel like there's some sort of family issue going on in Randall's life, and Randall is having some insecurities right now. If anything, if Randall is ghosting you, it's nothing personal. I mean, you got to look at the evidence. You're not sending a bear to chase Randall. You're not, being rude or disrespectful. You're being the right person. You're being vulnerable with who you are. You're doing all the right things for yourself and for your relationships with these people. And at the end of the day, the one thing that is sticking out to me like a sore thumb the very most is you have to let go of the illusion of control outside of oneself. I know at first it's a very bitter pill to swallow, and you're entitled to feel how you want to feel about that, and how you choose to react to that is how you react. But like I said, you can't control what goes on in Randall's life with his family issues. You can't control, Randall picking up his phone and talking to you. You know what I'm saying? I feel like there's something really serious going on with Randall's family members, or maybe his mom in particular, or so like arguing with his mom, or he's been going through something about himself, and he's trying to work on himself and pick himself up from a situation or a conflict that he had with somebody. And I think Ryan has struggles of his own going on too, in terms of, his own self-worth and how he views himself and who he wants to be.
She said true.
Yep, I feel like in the past, these boys that they've had a lot of struggles with their own self-worth and their insecurities. I feel like they've come to you a lot and say a lot about, oh, I feel terrible about myself, or I don't like the way I look. Is my tie crooked? Even if it's just little things like that. I feel like if one of them got into like a bad place, like even if they just accidentally dropped a dish and it fell on the floor and broke, they would say stuff like, I'm worthless, I'm stupid, I'm so wrong, why am I here? You know, they would kind of like go off on the deep end about it. But I think it's because they have been surrounded by a lot of critical people outside yourself. I mean, you're not like that. I can tell you're very laid back and easygoing for the most part. You just get really tied up in things you can't control because you feel like, to put it bluntly, you feel like you don't have any control over yourself due to your past and your childhood trauma. Because
You said this is true about Ryan. I thought that my daughter may have started her crap again.
that's exactly what I'm picking up. The mom is a narcissist. The mom has some sort of negative influence on Ryan. And I feel like Ryan and his mother particularly don't get along as well as desired, to say the least. I feel like his mom is very passive aggressive with him and even is very envious and jealous, because the reason why his mother is so jealous of him is because you can't outdo the doer, you cannot outshine the shiner. That is not my quote. However, I adore that quote because it is so true. That's why people get angry at people they are jealous of, because they can't outdo them, they can't outshine them. So they're going to try and one up it even though they know it's useless. And I feel like that energy is rubbing off on Ryan in the sense that his mom is trying to manipulate him and fool him into thinking that he's in the wrong and that he's the problem as to why his mom feels the way that she feels. So basically, if you look at it from their perspective, which you're very empathetic, by the way, I'm just helping you expand your empathy here. You know, because apparently his mother doesn't know how to view things from anybody else's perspective and refuses. Like, she has the ability, she just refuses to do it. So basically, it sounds like, I say basically a lot to help make it simple for everybody, straight to the point. So with, you know, his mother, it just seems like she's very narcissistic and she tries to gaslight him a lot. Like, she'll say things like, well, I'm not going to do this for you if you don't do that for me. Or, for example, I know it's going to get deep here real quick, but it's going to be...
He said, sad, I love my family. Hopefully he will open his eyes to the truth.
And let me get to that. Your purpose in this situation is to open Ryan's eyes up as to what is going on. Because I'm not having it with his mother. I can relate in a very similar situation, but this is about you right now. This is not about my family. So, but yeah, I'm just speaking from a psychic's perspective. You're going to have to save Ryan if Ryan wants to be saved from this situation. Like I said, if he's open to it, save him, grasp him, nurture him, guide him in the best way you possibly can. And you, if he's open to it, please teach him his self-worth. Give him those sit-down pep talks on how to be unbothered. Give him those sit-down talks about what he's truly worth, and practice what you preach. Because the quote of, do as I say, not as I do, that has to go. I hate to break it to you, but that quote has to go out the window because it's not helping him any. For someone like him who is growing and changing and trying to grow his self-identity and become who he wants to be, you know, he doesn't seem like he's that old of a person, honestly. So when you're growing up, when you're in college or high school or middle school, that's when you're trying to find yourself and be yourself. And when you're constantly being chastised over who you are and trying to figure yourself out, it hurts more than anything. It hurts like hell. And it puts a heavy weight on you, and then that affects your development into adulthood. It affects your development into mid-adulthood after your 20s. It can really affect your life and how you interact with others and how you feel about yourself. And a lot of it goes very unnoticed. So I hope everyone here is paying attention as well.
I sure will try, but he has to come to me. I'm not negative at all. Thank you very much.
I mean, hey, there's good and evil in everyone, you know? And there's good and evil in almost every situation. 98% of the things that go on in life, there's good and evil in everything. So, you know, we all make mistakes. However, I do love your energy. It's very positive. I mean, you can give him a nudge without saying straight up, hey, Ryan, do you want to do this? Just be like, you know, obviously don't manipulate him at all. Say something like, hey, how you doing? And, you know, let him breathe. I feel like the more you let him breathe, the better. And he will come to you when he's ready. But please just continue to practice what you preach and work on that, because I know you struggle with that. But don't we all? You know, but this is your chance to show him what you know, to help him out, and to show yourself what you're worth.
Yeah, he's in another state.
Yeah, and that's okay. I saw you guys were quite at a physical distance. But you, Linda, you really have to pick up yourself first and commit to your own self-worth before you can help Ryan. And if you want to be able to help Ryan, well, guess what? You got to practice what you preach and believe in yourself and believe in your own worth. Because honestly, most people out here do not know what their worth is, because they've been blinded by people who hate themselves. And it's a cycle, you know, and someone eventually has to break the generational curse. Someone eventually has to break the cycle. So I feel like it's on you to break that cycle. And, you know, like I said, there was this picture I saw on Facebook of someone. It was the cycle of families, and one person was saying to the other family member in front of them, "I hate you." The other family member said, "You're not doing it right." Then the family member after that in front of him said, "I love you," to the one playing the video game, the little kid. So break the cycle. Be the one that says, "I love you," not the "I hate you," not the "well, you could have done this for me." You know what I'm saying? Just his mom does not sit well with me at all. It makes me actually very sad to see that this is how his mom treats him, and no one deserves to be treated like that, no matter what you did or what you've been through or how you feel. He does not deserve to be downplayed and emotionally invalidated all because his mom can't get like him. I mean, it's really hard to take it as a compliment, but if anything, it should be amping you up to say, look, you can't get like me, you know? In all brutal honesty, you got to take it as a compliment and be like, yup, eventually. But you can't put the cart before the horse here. So, you know, you really have to teach him to love himself first, and then that will follow after. So there's a song by Cimarelli called Priceless, and I would definitely have you listen to it, because it goes, mirror, 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 mirror on the wall, telling these lies. What does that say?
It says, I really don't know what you're talking about. I know my worth. I never do that stuff. I always speak positive.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of hard to grasp onto at first. I know it's really new to you, but like I said, you know, everybody has room where they can improve. Everybody can improve what they have going for themselves always. You know, there's always room for improvement. So yes, you're doing a really good job, don't get me wrong. Just keep going, if that makes sense. Keep building off of what you have. And there's a song called Priceless by Cimarelli. So basically it goes, mirror, mirror, mirror on the wall, telling these lies, pointing out my flaws. That isn't who you are. That's not who you are. So even...
She says, thanks for your time. Love you, Journey. And of course.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, I hope I gave you what you needed, Linda. Once again, I'm super sorry if there are some things that didn't quite ring true to you. I'm just trying to tell you how I see it, and, you know, point out things that you may have not been aware of at first. And I know I don't word things as in ways that society likes them to be worded sometimes, but I appreciate you keeping an open mind regardless. Back to you, Journey. Have a great night, Linda.
All right, good stuff. Linda, thank you so much for your question tonight. I do appreciate it. All right. We need Cassie Lake to go ahead and throw us her question, because she donated for a mini read.
Thank you, Cassie.
So, and Linda said no worries.
Thank you for your time, Linda. Appreciate it.
All right, Cassie, where are we? There we are, Cassie.
Oh, wow.
Cassie says, hi, Emma Rose. I hope you're well. I wanted to confirm who the new spirit... I just want to confirm who the new spirits are around me right now, besides the ones that I know are with me constantly, my family, etc. I have outsiders. I don't know who's trying to connect a lot. Laugh out loud. I'm talking about my new ones I have who have entered my closed space. I'm not threatened by them at all. I feel they are ancestors, but would love to know what you see, please.
So I'm getting a male and a female, Cassie. So for me, I'm seeing a lot of tenderness and kindness, and a little bit of confusion from the spirits because they seem a little lost, but they have really good intentions. And I feel like these are ancestors or like mutual friends. Like maybe one of your family members had a friend that passed away. So it could be one of those two things or both, actually. Maybe the other spirits could be, mutual friends, like friends of friends, or other ancestors for sure. Like I said, the woman seems somewhat older and the guy seems about young middle age, like 30s, and the woman seems to be 60s and 70s. So, in a sense, yes, but yeah, I feel like one of them died really young and then the other one died like right after you were born. So, or actually right before, I'm sorry. There was like, it was either right before or right after you were born. Someone really important in the family passed away, or a friend of a friend did. But they really adore you, to say the least. One thing I'm picking up about you is they really like your bedroom. I don't know if there's like a specific color. Like, I don't know if your wall is painted with your favorite color or if there's something in your room that's your favorite color that means a lot to you. I'm getting that they like to hide in the closet and they just kind of like to chill out there and help you pick out your outfits because I know you like fashion a lot. And I'm getting this gold cuff bracelet or a golden necklace that you own or someone that you know owns, and that they tend to be drawn towards jewelry.
They are very loving, and she goes, and they are always in my bedroom. They love my crystals.
Then that's probably why, because crystals, if as long as you're cleansing them with sage or like enchanting them with your positive energy, because one thing you can do is you can enchant your crystals or any object for that matter with any type of energy you want. Like, you can literally program this necklace. You can reprogram these earrings, and you can just put your hands on them and like smile and just focus on one word, like joy, peace, happiness, positive nostalgia, whatever it is. And then as long as you recharge those at least 1 to 2 weeks, with sage or just doing it all over again, it can really help make your life better and help you manifest. It can help you bring more positive energy and happiness and good memories for sure. So keep on enchanting your crystals and anything else in your house that may be special to you.
She says, yes, there is a gold chain I pulled from my bag yesterday, and yes, I always cleanse my crystals. They are very precious to me.
Yeah, because if you don't cleanse your crystals, sometimes you can bring in negative energy that doesn't belong. You know what I'm saying? So you've been doing a phenomenal job on cleansing your crystals, which I think is awesome. So make sure to keep that in mind. Continue to cleanse your crystals. I feel like they also really like water, or you tend to keep a glass of water next to your bed, or there's something about water that they really like. I don't know if they, like to listen to the sound of the bathtub or the jacuzzi in your bathroom when they're in your closet. So they kind of like to just listen in. I feel like they like to listen to your phone calls. Like, you may hear like a faint laugh off in the corner, or you hear like some static background noise on your phone. It's not someone spying on you. It might just be the spirits trying to be nosy, honestly, on what they're thinking about. You can always get an EVP reader and see what they have to say too. I would not use an Ouija board though. No Ouija boards, because Ouija boards, it's too, free for all. The portals are too big. So.
Are they going to stay with me? And I always have water on my bedside, and been having baths the past few weeks.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting. I get that you like to take baths and just kind of chill out because, our muscles get achy. It gets cold. So, yeah, I'm getting that they like to hang out by your bedside because water holds energy, which means it holds frequency, which means it can help you manifest. 2-cup method. Check it out. But anyways, it's one of those things of, yes, they're going to want to stay because they really like your company. They're pretty lonely. I'm sure you can feel it, but it's very tender. They like to look out. There's a child that's still here with us that they like to look out with. I feel like there's a kid in your family or a friend's kid that likes to hang out with them and play with them, and you kind of got to get them to get out your room because of it. Because something tells me you don't like people that are not your significant other or not close family members in your room, let alone upstairs, unless you guys have like a game room or something upstairs for kids to play Fortnite. I don't know. I'm just proud. I might just be picking up on a playful energy from one of your friends' kids or your kids. So that's how I see it. I feel like they like to
Because
touch
I
your
never
arm.
thought they stopped were spying, and definitely no boards.
Well, they're not like
He
spying.
said, "Yes, I love my youngest child, and my bedroom is my sacred space." Laugh out loud.
Yeah, like I definitely see for you that they really love the child for sure, your youngest, and your youngest doesn't seem too old. Honestly, it's one of those things of, I can see the child liking to play with the toys, with the spirits, and the spirits are very kind and loving towards the child. I feel like your child will even like point them out and be like, "Hey, I see somebody over there." They'll just laugh at them because little kids do have the ability to do that. Even some teens and preteens can do it too. Don't get me wrong, but sometimes infants and younger children tend to have a thing for that. So, also just please be aware of portals because vortex portals, the matrix, that all can include, you don't want, like I said, I'm just going to reinforce this one more time. Don't use an Ouija board, especially knowing that they're present, because Ouija boards are too free for all. The portals are too big, and the type of portals that it can summon, you just don't want to mess with. So, make sure to keep charging those recharging crystals, and charge them with all your might, because like I said, if you don't do that, it can be welcoming in something you don't want to welcome in. So as long as you do it correctly and you do it safely, you'll be good. Make sure you keep the spirits occupied. If you want to, put like some toys in your closet, for your kid and the spirits to play with, if that's what your kid likes to do. Um, if anything, don't be afraid to say hello to it. I mean, sometimes I feel like you hear like little voices or laughing or
Oh my!
words.
Oh, my mother always told me never to touch a board, and I would never. I never will. I promised.
Yeah, thank you. Please don't make that mistake. But yeah, I'm getting like, you know, there's some sort of a toy that your child likes to play with, like an elephant toy, or I'm getting like an elephant like motherly energy over something, because like the saying like elephants lean on each other. I'm not sure if you know one of your kids.
She says I hear them a lot.
Yeah, I feel like they like to say your name and they like to laugh at you. That's where I'm getting the laughing from, is when they're just kind of chilling out in your closet and you're on the phone with your girl best friend. I'm getting like sometimes you hear like little bits of laughing, and yep, there she goes again. You know what I'm saying? I get that they like to listen in, and they say you have a very interesting way of addressing things. Like they say you don't sugarcoat anything. You're just like me. I don't sugarcoat anything as long as I live. And I don't care how anybody feels about it, because that's just who I am. Take it or leave it. You know?
She says, "Yes, I have an elephant pillow." And she said, "Yes, they try to join in on my conversation." Laugh out loud.
Yes, I can definitely tell they'll say stuff like, "Nope, not it." You know what I'm saying? Like they'll just butt in as if they're like a 9-year-old kid, which I think is pretty funny. They're very tender and very loving, to say the least, very caring. They love your kid very much so. I feel like there's also a third spirit that can be a little flirtatious, that really takes off your significant other. For sure, like there's a spirit trying to like flirt with you, or flirt with like your friends that are girls. It's a male spirit. I'm not sure if that rings a bell, or maybe that spirit knows another spirit that does that. I don't know, but he's very flirtatious. He can't seem to settle down, romantically speaking. He kind of likes to see what he can get. Not in a bad way, but he likes to get attention. He's very flamboyant.
"Yes, I'm very blunt."
Yeah, same here. You and I can relate. But sometimes I feel like you'll hear just like a lot of laughing when you're trying to talk to someone, or you'll hear like running up the stairs.
She says, "Yeah, they're very kind." And yes, that male flirts with my flirts, and my husband notices.
Yeah, and I can tell your husband's like,
Almost said
dude.
flirts with her husband. That would have been funnier.
But yeah, I definitely see that, you know, he'll be like, dude, shut up. And then he'll like try to shut off the light when he's trying to go to sleep. And he'll be like, come on. And then like, no. And then like turns off the light again. I feel like one time he like threw something at the closet or something. Or he like threw a pillow over his head and said, dude, just shut up. It's kind of like there's this video on YouTube of these two roommates in college, and the one on the top bunk bed was just not going to stop until he got ripped off the top of the bunk bed. I feel like it's kind of like that vibe. Like, he annoyed his roommate so much to the point the roommate on the bottom bunk bed just ripped him off, chucked a pillow on him, stomped him in the face, and then ran out the room. So after he had enough of Aaron, the one on the top bunk bed, just screwing around with him. So I'm getting it's like a very similar energy to that. Or he'll try and like kill the vibe when you and him are trying to watch a movie. Like, you'll feel like a different presence or a gush of wind walking into the room. For sure. So, yeah, just be mindful and tell your husband just to breathe, because it's a spirit. So, not to dismiss how they feel, but
she says,
exactly.
Yes, I told my husband, how are you jealous of a spirit? And she said, yes, I hear him running, etc. You were so spot on, Emma.
Aw, thank you. It's just, they're very loving. Just, the spirit, when he's told to tone it down, he does, but he's just trying to be funny at the end of the day. Flirtatious and funny, but just tell your husband just to take a deep breath and breathe, and what he's feeling is normal. But he said he's deceased. He's not in the 3D. He's in the 5D, so there's nothing the spirit can really do to bring themselves back to life in the 3D, unfortunately. But, it's one of those things of, I feel like they like to mess around with music, too.
So thank you, Emma. You confirmed everything I thought. Thank you. So first, male and female seem to be family.
The first male seems like a friend of a friend because of the flirting, and then the female seems like a family member, yes. So thank you for your time, Cassie. Back to you, Journey.
All right. Good stuff. Good stuff. Cassie, thank you so much for that question. We appreciate it. And girl, when it comes to tools, a Ouija board being a tool, you better know exactly how to use it, because you're not going to go and jump on a tractor and expect to know how to use the damn thing. So it's best to know and be trained properly in order to get to that point of spirituality.
If you're not psychic, it can really hurt you if your aura is not strong enough.
All right. So she said, okay, thank you so much. You are amazing.
Sure thing. Appreciate
All right,
it.
guys. We are going to take a quick break, but after the break, we need Hope Wells to get her question ready. Then Amy S. will take those questions right after the break. We'll be right back after these messages.
Are you looking for the very best website designs? Look no further than mypressmarketing.com. Let their expert staff take your website, phone site, or mobile app to the next level, fast and easy. That's mypressmarketing.com. Why shop anyplace else? Just tell us what you want and we will build it. Why settle for an everyday design? Get a design that stands out from the rest. We can even offer your business radio and magazine advertising. That's mypressmarketing.com. Let us be your advertising, marketing, and website design specialist today.
All right, we are back. All right, so let's go ahead with Hope Wells. You were next on the list. Hope, go ahead and throw us your question. Amy S., get your question ready. While we wait for Hope, I'm going to go ahead and check the donation list and see if we got any others that would like to donate. And guys, this is bringing us closer and closer. We're trying to get to 500 for Toys for Tots. Let's get there, guys. Let's do it, do it, do it. Let's do it. See, I need to be able to have rights to music so I can play like little clips of songs and stuff, because that would have been hilarious.
Yeah, play Sonic X while we're at it.
So, Hope Wells, go ahead and throw us your question. Amy S., get that question ready, honey, because if Hope doesn't answer, you're next. All right, going once, going twice. Sold to Amy. Amy, go ahead and throw us your question. You are next on the list. Keys 9983, get your question ready. You are on the list. Amy S., throw us that question. I feel like my computer chair is sinking.
You're sinking, you said?
That's what this chair is doing to me. I'm like sinking. I'm going further and further and closer to the ground. Thank God my new chair comes tomorrow. Thank God the new chair is tomorrow. All right, guys, remember you got to stay on to get your question answered. If you guys leave and come back, then we'll put your name back on the list. But we try to get to everybody. All right, I'm not seeing Amy, so let's go with Keys 9983. Go ahead and throw us your question. Cornelia, get your question ready. You are on the list. Keys, go ahead and throw us your question. I need keys. All right, Keys, throw us that question. You were next on the list.
Like VJ Khaled, I got the keys.
Exactly. And Cornelia, get that question ready, girl. You're next. So if I don't have Keys, then I'm going to get Cornelia to throw us her question. All right, not seeing Keys. Cornelia, go ahead and throw us your question. I know you just laughed out loud, so I know you're here. So Cornelia, throw us your question.
Let's hear it.
Beta, get your question ready. You're on the list. Get your question ready, but Cornelia, throw us that question. And I'll check the donation list just in case. We don't want to miss out on those who are donating and helping us out with the Toys for Tot donation. So that helps out a lot. All right. So Cornelia says, will I hear from G before Monday? Important conversation on Monday. So I hope I will hear from him, and that the conversation goes well, or even better, if not even better, not necessary. Ha ha ha. Trying to talk Dutch to Ryan. I told her I wanted to learn Dutch. All right, so okay. She wants to know if she's going to hear from G before Monday. Important conversation happens on Monday. So this past Monday, they had an important conversation. She wants to hear from him before. Will she?
Well, basically, he's a little oppositionally defiant, whoever G is. He seems very oppositionally defiant, and he kind of likes to do his own thing. He doesn't like being told what to do and how to do it. He kind of reminds me of somebody who's in middle school who's like, I don't want to do that. And then the teacher's like, listen, you think you know it all, but you don't. I feel like he's one of those people, he doesn't like to admit to it, but he doesn't know everything. No one can. And to say the very least, he's going to call, but don't expect it to be the world's most friendly, bubbly phone call. He may make some pretty backhanded comments. He may be like, what do you want? But that's just not one of the most attractive qualities about G. Let's put it that way. It's not exactly a very attractive quality about him. G's a good person, but he likes to do his own thing. No remorse, no ifs, no buts. So he's not the only person like that, but he has a bit of an ego, obstacle in his life. But yeah, you're going to hear back from him, but don't expect it to be the most warm and cuddly phone call you've ever gotten in your life or ever will get. So it's not going to be too mean. It might be a little bit uncomfortable for you, but you'll know how to handle it. You're pretty slow to anger.
She says we are in a fight right now. And
Yeah.
probably stubborn, but would be smart that he reaches out.
Yeah, like, I mean, there's a slim chance he may not
He's a
reach
bit of a
out.
narcissist.
Yeah, like there's a slim chance he may not reach out, or it's gonna be like at the last minute like that. You know what I'm saying? It's either, yeah, he'll get back to you at the very last minute, or he's gonna procrastinate for as long as he possibly can. Back to you, Journey.
All right, Cornelia. Looking forward to learning how to speak Dutch. And thank you so much for your question, Cornelia. We appreciate you. All right, Nevada, go ahead and throw us your question. You were next on the list, Nevada. And then Natalie G, get your question ready. You're on the list. She said always in the last minute.
That's why I laughed.
All right, let's check that donation button before we go any further here. While we wait for Nevada to go ahead and throw us their question. Oh, she said, when will I meet my life partner?
My eyeballs widen because I'm very excited to answer this question. So basically, Nevada, he's so handsome. Oh my gosh, he's amazing. He has like medium brown hair, a faux hawk, big blue eyes, tan skin, has pearly white teeth, and he's about 5'6" to 5'9". So he's a little short, but that's okay. Short guys are pretty cool. So, you know, maybe 5'10" at the very tallest, but between 5'6", more so 5'9" to 5'10". So 5'9" and a half. And he really likes sneakers. That's for sure. He's a sneakerhead, and chances are you'll meet him at like a New Year's Eve party I'm getting. So as long as you do what you need to do, which I'll get to in a second, you can meet him as soon as at a New Year's Eve party. I'm getting there will be like string lights everywhere. Like I'm getting it's like at a hotel or like some really nice house that your friend owns or something. I don't know. Or your friend's family member owns, but I'm getting that you really like to party and that New Year's Eve is a special holiday for you. Like there's something that you just love about New Year's. I don't know if it's the alcohol or what, but you seem to really like New Year's. I mean, I'm getting that you're very good at meeting new people. Sometimes you can be a little shy, but you're very good at attracting people, at least. And that's a big, huge gift that you have, that people can just ease up with you and be themselves around you, because not everybody has that. You know, it's very rare. But anyways, I'm getting that he's going to approach you first. Like, there's going to be, like, exchanging glances, and he's just going to walk over and say, hey, what's up, beautiful? What do you want to do, baby? Like, he seems very flamboyant and very straightforward to the point. Like, he's not shy. He's very talkative. He talks a mile a minute, honey. Like, he just never shuts up. That's one thing that annoys me, is he never shuts up. But that's okay.
Says, thank you so much. And yeah, I'm a bit shy.
Yeah, same here. Except when I'm on the live. But hey, you could also meet him sometime in the middle of this upcoming year. So it's either New Year's Eve of this year, or the upcoming June. So.
All right. So, thank you so much, Nevada. And Natalie G, go ahead and throw us your question. Lisa S, get your question ready. You're on the list. Natalie G, throw us your question. You are next. And then Lisa S, get that question ready. Allergy season.
I know, right?
It's
Imagine
here.
being here in New York.
It's banging on your face. Hey, allergies. All right. All right, not seeing Natalie G, so I'm going to keep on going and go with Lisa S. Lisa, throw us your question. And then I need Ray of Sunshine, to get their question ready. Ray of Sunshine, question, get it ready. It's you. You're on the list. So Lisa, here we go. All right. Lisa says, well, it's bingo time again, and they are playing for $1,199. Do you see me winning at Laugh Out Loud? And when will I meet my love?
Okay. So, when it comes to bingo, I don't see you winning quite that much, but I see you winning something pretty close to it, at the most a couple $100. So, yeah, I definitely see you're gonna, but please gamble wisely, okay? Don't let the house eat all your money. Please, because like they say, the house always wins if you're not careful. So, if I were you, I'd invest a little bit of money, play a little more, but don't go crazy, because if you blow your paycheck, you're screwed. So I see you winning close to it, around 500, a little less, 250 to 500 is what I'm getting. But when it comes to meeting your love, yes, you'll meet him fairly soon, but not right around the corner. I'm seeing you will meet your love at like a bar or some sort of a shop, or like I'm getting like a restaurant or a bar. I'm getting like he's like a manager at a restaurant or a bartender, something like that. He's a little younger than you or a little older than you, but not by much. Not at all. So for me, I'm definitely seeing that he's a cool guy. He wears glasses, quiet, humble, but very cool, very fun, party animal when it's time. Like he has like a time and place for everything. He's that organized with his personality. So I'm getting you'll meet him at like a small dive or a bar, or the bar area of a restaurant. You'll walk in. It will be like Christmas or winter time. Like I could see it like if you do all the right things and you stay true to who you are, 110%, you can meet him as soon as weeks or a couple months. I get that there's someone in your life who loves to introduce you to new people, so try hanging around them more if you can. I feel like you have a friend who likes to talk about all these new people, and they're like, yeah, so-and-so would be great for you. Like they try to be your dating assistant or your friendship assistant to help you expand your social life. So really listen to him or her. Definitely. Back to you, Journey.
All right, good stuff. Thank you, Lisa, and good luck with the bingo. Sounds like it's fun. I tried that once.
I always get this close, and then it's like.
I went with my grandma, and I smiled the whole time, but I was bored to death. All right, she said.
I know. Sure.
Bingo is not my game.
I've always been.
All right, so next in line was Ray. Ray of Sunshine, go ahead and throw us your question. Jen Carter, get your question ready. You're on the list. Ray of Sunshine. Da-da-da-da. It's your turn.
Drum roll, please.
Ray of Sunshine. While we wait for Ray of Sunshine to throw us her question, I'll check the donation list. Those who donate. Don't want to miss out on those who donate, and that took a minute. But I think I cut out for a second.
Yeah, you did. It looks like you were rolling your eyes and so bored or something. You look like you're like, I'm over it.
Definitely wasn't there. All right, so I'm not getting Ray of Sunshine. So Jen Carter, go ahead and throw us your question. You were next on the list. Norma B, get your question ready. You're on the list. Jen Carter, throw us your question. All right, guys, you got to stay on here in order to get your question answered. Remember, if you say hi again, we'll be more than happy to put you back on the list. We're going to keep it going. For some reason, my internet is not having it tonight. So if I get cut off, I'm sorry, guys. I apologize. All right, so not seeing Jen Carter, so we're going to go with Norma B. Norma, go ahead and throw us your question. Chris D., get your question ready, but don't post it yet. You're on the list. Norma.
I wonder what planets are causing your internet difficulties.
There is a lunar eclipse coming, the longest one since we've had since 580 years ago, and that happens on Friday.
Ooh, manifestation time.
Mm-hmm. All right. Norma, where are you at, girl? All right, not seeing Norma, so I'm going to go ahead with Chris D. Chris, go ahead and throw us your question. Tina M., get your question ready. You are on the list. Chris D., throw us your question. Tina M., get that question ready. All right, well, I'll check the donation list while I wait for our next person in line here. And Chris D is not showing up to the party, so I'm going to go ahead with Tina M. Tina, go ahead and throw us your question. Brandy T, get your question ready. You're on the list. All right, we got Tina. Tina's here. Tina. Tina says, I have several job offers. One is catering and one is working from home and the other is back at the hospital. Which one should I pick?
I think you should do the working at home one, Tina, because I feel like you've been through a lot in terms of like jobs that you had to commute via transportation. So I feel like working at home would give you a lot of, laid back, chill vibes that you've been needing for the longest time, no matter if you noticed it or not. But you've been very stressed recently, no matter if you noticed it or not. I feel like you're one of those people who likes to put your emotions aside and not address it until it's too late. I mean, everybody does it. What you're doing is not abnormal at all. So basically, I think working from home would be great for you. You kind of have that flexibility that you've been needing for the longest time. And I feel like catering can be a lot, because with catering, it's a lot of pressure. You know what I'm saying? You get angry customers, you get a lot of Karens that I don't think you need to deal with right now. You richly deserve a break. And
said, yeah, it seems to be the most pay and most convenient one of the three.
Yeah, I feel like if you can make money in the comfort of your own home, you're going to generate more money like an ATM. If you work from home and if you're comfortable where you are, you're going to become the walking ATM. Because research has shown from Harvard University that if you're happy at your job, you actually make more money. So basically, do what you love, because if you don't do what you love, the money's not going to be worth it, and you're just going to burn out and be miserable for the rest of your life, and that's not what you want. It's not what you deserve. So if I were you, Tina, please choose work from home, because you'd be a lot happier. Back to you, Journey.
All right. Well, thank you, Tina. I appreciate your question tonight.
Thank you.
So, Brandy T, go ahead and throw us your question. Farida, get your question ready. You're on the list. Brandy T, throw us your question. And Tina said, thank you.
Sure thing. Good luck.
All right, guys, don't forget we have a show tonight with Gifts of Faith as well. So, guys, don't forget to tune in to Gifts of Faith. And, guys, remember, next week is Thanksgiving weekend. Thanksgiving week, so we will not be here. We'll be spending time with family, loved ones, and friends. So we're going to be taking next week off, but we will be back the following week, starting on the 29th. So, but don't worry, we'll still be here. All right, I'm not seeing Brandy T, so Farida, go ahead and throw us your question. Donna, get your question ready. All right, is there any chance if I am going to leave abusive husband, will I move from where I am staying anytime soon? I am like 2 minute. I like it too. Yeah, you're getting a 2 minute free, honey. As that is okay. She goes, it's not happening. Is it not happening? Leaving, I mean, something just comes up every time I want to leave.
Okay, so please leave your abusive husband, because it's not doing any good. You are damaged, you are hurt, you are traumatized. You definitely need to go to a counselor, a therapist, someone who is licensed to help you take care of it. You need to get out ASAP. I don't care what the excuse is. It doesn't matter. He's not allowed to hold you back. Whose life is it to live? It's your life. Just because you're married doesn't mean he is your life. He was supposed to enhance your life, and I'm very sorry that this all happened to you. Better yet, you do not deserve it. No one deserves to be traumatized, especially with the one that you love, that you are supposed to say they are the one. That's what hurts the most. You know what I'm saying? That's what hurts the most. So if I were you, you need to get up and just go. Even if it's 3 a.m., pack your bags, take your crap and leave, because it's time. And I don't care what he says. He can run and chase you out the door in your car. He can chase your car. He can do anything he wants, but you're grown. You know what I'm saying? You can do what you want. Get a hotel, drive as far as you can, and don't go to that hotel down the street. No. Make sure you're a good couple hours away, at least, because I do not like what I'm seeing with this husband.
Says, I have so much health issues, I can't even walk.
Yeah, you need to get some assistance and plan this in secret. I know I kind of gave a spoiler being on the show, but you need to plan this very secretively with someone that you trust and someone you know who will never leave your side. So if I were you, plan it out with them via text. Don't call, because it seems like your husband is very obsessive. So for me, or for you and me, please get that person, get a hold of them. If you need to get law enforcement involved, get them involved, but please get someone you trust involved to help you get up and take you places.
Says, I'm only 54.
Yeah, I can tell you're middle-aged, so please do something about it. Do not stay. I beg you. Please. Been there, done that. Please.
All right. Well, thank you for your question tonight. And abusive relationships can be hard to leave, but I think it's best that you do as well. So try to find a way to make that one happen. She said, thank you. You are welcome, sweetheart. All right. Donna Marie, go ahead and throw us your question. You are next on the list. Donna Marie. Donna Marie. Go ahead and resubmit your question to us, honey. I know she was here just a second ago, so
Maybe she's retyping.
giving her that opportunity to resubmit her question. All right, there she is. Says, what's going to happen in the new year for me? Thanks.
I'm getting that there's going to be a new sense of joy for you. I'm getting you have been going through a rebirth recently. And I feel like you're finally going to get to the point in your life where you're finally going to feel a sense of joy and happiness again. Like something is going to you're going to get an aha moment. And you're going to say, aha, this is my purpose. You're making me want to enjoy life again, and you're going to enjoy life again. I feel like you've struggled with some anxiety and depression throughout your life, and it's finally going to subside enough to the point it's going to feel manageable. You know what I'm saying? You're finally going to feel a sense of peace with yourself. Enough to say, okay, I'm at least satisfied with myself, and I'm proud to say who I am as a person. You know what I'm saying? You're finally just going to let the past go and take the positivity from the past and take what you learned from it without the nonsense that occurred in it. You're very resilient. You're very strong. At the end of the day, it's a reverse iceberg, because if you think about it, on the surface, you seem really angry and upset, but beneath it, you're fearful to show your happiness, your love, your strength. But at the very bottom of below the iceberg is happiness. You just need to scuba dive down there and pick it up and bring it back and let it shine. Because being yourself is the best medicine, along with laughter. Those are the best medicines for you. Because if you're being someone that you're not, everything's going to backfire on you. Nothing's going to manifest. I'm sorry, but nothing good is going to manifest for you if you're not being yourself. So get those sparkly jeans on, put that favorite sweater of yours on, get those high heels on, and rock it like you mean it, because you do mean it. I'm getting there's like a favorite outfit or something that you just love to wear that brings you so much joy and positive nostalgia. So if I were you, look at old photos of yourself from when you were truly smiling. Write down the moments where you were truly happy, and don't overthink it. It will come to you like that. So please get ready for this breakthrough. You're going to love it. Back to you, Journey.
All right, Donna. Thank you so much. Well, guys, that is our show. We are out of names, so I want to say thank you to everyone who joined us tonight, and we appreciate it. We're $2 more closer to our goals. So, guys, thank you so much. Don't forget, tonight, Gifts of Faith. We'll see you guys here in about an hour and a half. Until then, this is Journey Ryan and Emma Rose signing off. Have a great night, everybody.